Hey guys, I promised a video. I'm sorry you have to deal with my glasses. My contacts are not working so good for me. I promised a video about constituents. Constituent? Um, yeah, constituents. I mentioned in my video earlier that Kyler decided to get anxious about, and I decided to end, that back in high school, chemistry was not my thing, and now I'm very interested in chemistry, especially as it relates to essential oils. People come to me all the time. They're like, how did you improve your migraines, and how did you improve your wellness? And I tell them my story, and then they're like, oh, I tried essential oils, they didn't work. Well, there's a bunch of reasons that might have happened. Essential oils cannot solve world peace. They cannot do everything. And I don't pretend to be the expert on everything essential oils. Is a huge, huge topic. But I decided that I wanted to know that answer for myself. Why are essential oils working for me? What is it that I'm doing, and why am I getting results? Why am I experiencing benefits? One of the things that I learned had to do with this big word, constituents. Constituents is a fancy term for ingredients. So it's frankincense is made up of ingredients, constituents. Those constituents then are in categories. Don't worry, not going to get any more technical than that. If you're buying an essential oil from the grocery store, there's a good chance that the constituents in that essential oil are, the categories are going to be synthetics, pesticides, herbicides, carrier oils, fakes, and fake oils. Yeah, it's just gonna be a garbage mess, and it's probably not gonna help you get better. So the constituents really matter. The constituents in the essential oils that I use are extremely important, and they are, when the essential oil is distilled, it's distilled in such a way to preserve the complete constituent profile the way nature intended it to be. So without man altering that constituent profile. That takes a lot of work, a lot of careful study, careful handling from the point of the seed and the farm all the way to the harvesting, to the distilling, to the testing, to the bottling, to the mailing to you. Every little part of that has to be carefully managed in order to preserve that profile. A lot of companies, your grocery store company, that's, the oils that you could buy from the grocery store, they are just bought in bulk from who knows where, probably a mix of oils from plants from all different farms all over the place. Who knows what the constituent profile is? Who knows what's in it? They don't know. They just pour it in a bottle and they sell it because people will buy it. But that's not how you get to wellness. And so I started digging into what makes up a good constituent profile. And what are the important constituents that you need, and what do they do? There are thousands of constituents, and a few of the key categories that have really done a lot for me are phenylpropanoids, sesquiterpenes, and monoterpenes. Okay, now don't freak out. Like I promised, this isn't going to be too intense on the chemistry side. I want to say hi here. I see Sandy Wood is watching, Cindy's watching, Kelly is watching, hey, neighbor Lynn is watching, Patty is watching. Hey you guys, thanks for joining me this evening. So phenylpropanoids cleanse our cells' receptor sites. All right. So and what makes a cell receptor site dirty? Toxins. environmental toxins, pollution, the junk food we ate. I mean, after this, I promised myself a bowl of ice cream. So the junk food we eat, all of those things make our cell receptor sites dirty, and then the body cannot get healthy. So phenylpropanoids, you can go look this up on PubMed.gov, which is the largest medical database in the world, and you look up the word phenylpropanoids and see all the benefits of phenylpropanoids, and study after study of how it's done that, how they go in and they clean the cell's receptor sites. Sesquiterpenes erase the incorrect cell data. So what makes the data incorrect? Same thing. Toxins, you know, the cleaning supplies that we're using, the pollutions that we're breathing in, the food we're eating, the clothes that we're wearing are coated with chemicals that are then getting in through our skin, which is our largest organ. Our skin is not a shield, unfortunately. So our cells are bombarded with garbage all day long, just like we are. Whether it's negative news or a negative coworker or whatever, our bodies are bombarded by negative junk all day long. And sesquiterpenes, they go in and they erase the bad stuff. I like to think about like a whiteboard, and like you've been taking notes in a business meeting and the whiteboard is now completely covered, and the sesquiterpenes, they come in and they erase all the bad stuff, and then the monoterpenes, they come in and they take all of those notes from that business meeting and they put them back in a nice, neat outline. Monoterpenes take the correct data that's in our DNA, as long as it's not been harmed or altered by radiation or chemotherapy. They take that correct data that we were born with in our DNA, they go find that recipe, and that bring that recipe to ourselves. And the cool thing is, I found this quote somewhere, I don't remember who the doctor is who said it, but they said, when the body heals completely. And I love that. So, for example, frankincense is very high in sesquiterpenes. So, let's say that I am experiencing major head discomfort, okay? So I can use frankincense, and frankincense is going to go in, it's going to go in those, find those cells and erase that incorrect data. But they're not just doing it for the incorrect data that might be the reason for my head discomfort. They're doing it for every reason that there's incorrect data everywhere. So I love that. In the morning, frankincense supports healthy skin. So I put a drop of frankincense on my hands and I activate those molecules. And got to take my glasses off to do this. I just take that one drop and I just take my hands, rub them over my face. And it's amazing for my skin, but it's going in, and it's not just giving me beautiful skin like a skincare product from Ulta would do. It's going in, and it is doing, those sesquiterpenes are going in there, and they're basically doing house cleaning for me. Because when you put an essential oil, one drop of essential oil on your body, within 20 minutes, the 40 quintillion molecules in that one drop are in every cell of your body at a ratio of 400,000 to 1. How cool is that? So I put it here, it ends up everywhere. That's how come you can put essential oils on the bottom of your feet to help support your ability to breathe clearly. Because the molecules are so tiny, they get to everywhere in your body really fast. So I love that. So I learned in a molecular biology class that in one oil, if just one of those constituents is missing, there's the potential that all the rest of the constituents in there can't do their job. So let's make this practical. Think about making a batch of chocolate chip cookies and forgetting the salt. Yours truly, I did that. Those chocolate chip cookies did not taste right, but the salt was a fraction of the whole recipe, but yet if it was missing, didn't taste good. Same thing with our essential oils. A lot of companies that distill essential oils and test, which testing is a big thing. Oil companies that test, hey Melody, how are you? Hey Ashley. They're just testing to make sure that 90% of the constituent potential is present. Well, if that one constituent that makes all the other constituents work, basically it opens the door so that all the others can get in, is missing, all those constituents are just standing there on the outside of a closed door and they can't do your body any good. So a constituent package, the complete constituent package, the way nature intended, is so important. The other thing you want is you want a consistent profile. And a consistent profile is hard to get. Again, another thing that your company has to care enough to make sure that that's there. The company that I use only sells their oils if they match the constituent profile that's spelled out in the Life Science Publishing pocket, essential oil pocket and desk reference. They won't sell them if it doesn't meet that. And that book has published the highest potential profile possible. And so if it doesn't meet that, if it has bad junk in it, they destroy it. If it just doesn't meet the profile, they use it for fertilizer. How cool is that? I love that. So those constituents that I'm putting on my body every single day, they're what's making the difference. They're why one person can use essential oils and have no results, because maybe their oil doesn't have any good healthy constituents in it. Maybe the brand they're buying doesn't contain that stuff. They need to find out. The only way you can find out is to call and ask your company. Or talk to your rep and ask your rep. That could be why it's missing. So the profiles, those constituents, that's what's going in there. That's what's doing the work. So constituents matter. And they have made all the difference in the world for me. I am going on 3+ years of essential oil use, and I am healthier than ever. I use essential oils every single day. And a lot of them. That's what it takes for me. I also do them every single day on my husband and on our daughter and on our son. I diffuse them all day long, so that means the dog breathes them in. So our whole family is getting that benefit. Think of essential oils like fruits and vegetables. You don't eat them occasionally. You need to eat them every day to get benefit. Think of essential oils like going to the gym. If your goal is to lose weight by exercising, if you only go to the gym once every other week, you're never going to get there. So same thing with essential oils. If you are looking for wellness beyond your wildest dreams, got to use essential oils every day, and they've got to have a complete constituent profile. I hope you enjoyed this mini science lesson, and you all have a great evening. Thanks so much for watching.